The Michelin Wild Enduro Gum X 3D tires. So I've been riding this back tire since late April. Took it down to the Tobago May MTB Madness event. It's great, really nice. Sorry, I got my hands on a Michelin Wild Enduro Magi X front tire. When I got back from the May MTB Madness, I found the forecasted tires were just slipping out on that loose, dusty type dirt in Trinidad. And I was riding with both of them all through summer. Amazing tires, grip for days. I was able to almost ride up the side of a log that I was riding across as a skinny, and my front wheel kind of dropped off and came back up because of that Magi X front tire. So I will say that's an amazing tire. Now, what I do find about them is that they are slow, they are heavy. You can feel it, the weight difference on the bike. I've been pushing them around. Another thing I discovered was if you drop much below 15 psi, because you're not paying attention to your tire pressure, which I try not to, they actually allow your wheels to flex enough that your brake rotors rub on your brake pads. So we found out with the back tire. Pumped it back up to maybe 20 psi and it was good. They get hard quick as well. So what that means is when I was at the let's say if I was at 18 psi and I pumped them up to 23, 24 psi, the tires ran hard. I found them really noisy and really bouncy, and I felt like I was being slapped by the trail. So I would say my magic number is somewhere between 19 and 21. And for trail riding, enduro type stuff, perfect. Mostly downhill. All you want is grip on everything. But if you're going to ride in southern Ontario, unless you're going to be riding a lot of three-stage crazy hilly stuff, maybe Millbrook stuff, I'm trying to think of where else might be like that. Maybe Hafter with a lot of the rocky, bumpy stuff. They just are really heavy and really obnoxious to ride with. So I'm keeping them on my rims. My other pair of Elite Pro 29er Pro36 wheels, I love those wheels, by the way. They just keep working, they keep taking a beating and coming back for more. So that if we get into sort of wet, muddy, mushy conditions, I can just switch back. This is an old XT cassette here. It has reached end of life with the chain, so it's going to probably have to come off, put an SLX cassette on. But that's it. That's my report. That's my, about April till end of August ride event. I'm good. I'm happy. They work. They do the job. You just need to know what you're riding, whether or not they are for you. Cross country guys, not a chance. If you're doing a lot of mixed adventure riding, chances are they'll come in handy, especially if you're going to places that you don't know and you don't expect. Some of the rougher, hillier terrain.
Many tic-tacs later.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. Time for a quick update on tires. I used to ride with my Maxxis Forecaster front and the ground control T5. Yeah, this is a T5. Actually, I ride with a T7. And now I've switched back to my Michelin Wild Enduro front Magi X and Michelin Wild Enduro Rare Gum X 3D. Now, I wanted to know how these tires worked as you went into fall. So one of the things that I was thinking about was I rode with these tires in spring. I did the May MTB Madness race event, the Enduro series, on the rear tire, but I only had a Maxxis Forecaster on the front. So I rode these in spring. They were fine. They got grip for days. They are really strong, heavy-duty casing tires. They are heavy. They are hard to push. So if you plan to do, rough cross-country, which is the tougher trails in southern Ontario, I would probably suggest these are not exactly for you unless you have two sets of tires and you're going to somewhere like three-stage or Hafter, but they're not necessary because I've ridden all of those places with my Forecaster and my ground control tires without issue. It's just if you really want to push it, you're a heavier person or you're a more aggressive rider. Now, These tires sat in my bike care for 5 months. I put them back on. The only thing they needed was a little air. Seriously, I checked the sealant, and the sealant was like brand new, still the same color as the stuff in the bottle. So hadn't dried up, and you know how that works. You put your tires aside, you grab them after a few months, and either this sealant is that clear liquidy crap or it's a giant gumball in your tire, right? So none of that with these. That tells you how well these tires seal. Second thing, these are my Elite Pro 36 wheels, solid as a rock. Enduro racing, Hafta, 3-stage, where else was it? Bentonville, they took a beating, kept on ticking, right? In Bentonville, I snapped one spoke, managed to fix it quickly enough, rode the rest of the last 2 days of Bentonville without a spoke, carbon wheels. You just about have to set them on fire and put them under a train for them to end up dying, right? For 700 something bucks US, maybe 15% off if you find the right coupon. Ask me, maybe I can find you one. Elite wheels, best value out there, hands down. They've got a NAR set of wheels. I've never tried them. If you want me to try them, guys, throw some donations. They're only 800 bucks. We'll see. But as always, I recommend the Wild Enduro if you're looking for something to take a beating and keep on taking that beating. And the Elite wheels, Pro 36s. Pro 33s are good too. I haven't tried the NARs, as I said. So there you go. I don't recommend many things, but I do recommend these two. They do fit the Specialized Epic Evo Comp from 2021. The 2.4 tires are just thin enough to clear the frame, okay? So as always, comments down below. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. And as always, stress less, ride more, ride smart, ride safe. See you guys in the trails. Take care.